Across America host Jimmy Fallon is here as well. Good to see y'all. Hey, how are you?
Outstanding.
You know, so we're going to have a Super Bowl ad featuring our friend and our colleague, Greg Gutfeld. He is the new king of late night.
Correct.
Now, right? Isn't that great? We're proud of him. What's amazing is he's beating all these network shows, Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon and he's right up Colbert's, you know what, ass. And I'm like, this is great. One of the reasons is they won't show that on those networks. Or will they? No.
No, but did you see Colbert you still have to wear a mask in the Colbert audience. But
Can you take a look at this audience? Because there's not one person here with a mask on.
At least last week you did, but if somebody dragged me to Colbert, I'd want my face covered too. Actually, I would choose like taking a nap in the gutter before I would in a New York City gutter. But there's no humor. Like they're not funny.
Thank you.
Well, Jimmy is funny.
I'm trying. Jimmy.
But
this is what it is.
But they're trying to like little cult is shrinking.
Well, that's the thing. The problem is Colbert is activism masquerading as comedy. And that's why tickets to Colbert are $25 to get in and $100 to get out. Nobody wants to watch this. But shame on Biden for not giving us a Super Bowl interview, by the way.
How gutless is that?
Oh, it's gutless, by the way. This administration thinks transparent is a man who has a baby. They have... But if you have to know... Thank you. It's not bad. But if you have to know, because he's not doing the Super Bowl interview, Biden does like the Eagles because he thinks Don Henley's a great singer. So
that's a good one. Joe, you follow the media. Isn't that a big part of it? You know, if you think back to Leno, Letterman in the early days, you think back to Johnny Carson before them.
Sure.
I mean, they were funny, and they weren't taking sides.
Carson always said this isn't my job, right? My job is to entertain. The minute you get political, you lose your niche audience, right? Half the country. And for Joe Biden not to do the Super Bowl interview, by the way, that would be a huge audience for him. This is a tradition that goes back to 2004. So George W. Bush sat down with every network. And even Barack Obama sat down with every network, including this one. And Donald Trump did the interviews as well with every network.
By the way, Donald Trump sat down with me. That took a lot of courage.
Of course. Yes.
All right. We're friends. Everyone knows.
Yeah, your dojo's a friendly dojo. But for him not to do this, he is the most protected president and the most handled president and the least accessible president that we have ever seen of the TV era. And for him not to do this right now, gutless is the right word. Yeah,
I think it's gutless. All right, we went long in the last segment. More with our great American panel. They'll stay with us. You're not going to believe who Democrats actually want to run instead of Joe in 2024. We'll tell you next as we continue.